Dalal, you're up first. So gratitude, and then just go right into your question.
Mute. Sorry. Hi,
There you are.
Jessica. How are
Hi.
you? So I'm grateful to you. I found you on Instagram, and I feel really fortunate and lucky to have met you because you have opened the floodgates for me, honestly. So that's my gratitude for today. I want to go back to the purpose versus passion because I feel
Yeah.
like for me, I have the food blog, and what keeps me going is my passion. And I feel like it's an important component towards that purpose of building the business. So if you're saying to build the business based on purpose, not passion,
Yeah.
for me, how does that work? Like, you know what I
That's a
mean?
great question. I asked how, and I'm going to keep going. I asked about this because oftentimes this exercise I have everyone do at the beginning, people either love it or hate it. Most people hate it. It's like looking in the mirror for the first time in 38 years. It's like sitting in silence for the first time in decades. And it's like finally seeing yourself and recognizing all the things that you actually have been through, good and bad, all the things that you've overcome, the challenges, the wins, and it all sort of comes to the surface. And what usually happens is we also start to recognize how much of a badass we all are and how resilient we are and how much we have been through that we haven't thought about in a really long time, big T or little t. So the exercise that we have you do in gaining clarity before you start is really important because for so many of us, this is our why. And you've heard me say before, you'll hear me say it a million times. We don't build businesses on passion at DBE. So if you're like, I'm so passionate, that's great. That's cool. You can totally be passionate. But I want you to build your business based on purpose, not passion. Passion changes. I literally was on Etsy this morning, because I have so much free time to be on Etsy. And I was looking up patterns, right? Yeah, you feel me. Like there's 45 things on my to-do list, but I'm on Etsy looking at patterns of beaded earrings because I've decided now that I want to bead. I want to become a beader. What? I don't know. This is what I'm passionate about right now. It's what I want to do. I want to learn how to bead. Okay. Makes no sense. But am I going to go build a business on it? No. Because if I did, then last month I would have built a business on learning something else and next month on something else. So we build on passion. We build on purpose. And so when you do these exercises, a lot of times what comes to the surface is your why, your purpose, what you've been through. So we want to be passionate about our purpose. You can absolutely be passionate about your purpose. So I feel that my purpose is, and thank you for the gratitude, because I feel that that's part of my purpose, is to expand what's possible for others. I've always been a teacher. I've always been a coach. I've always been a leader in some sense. And so for me, my purpose is very much rooted in, interestingly enough, I had a human design session yesterday and we talked a lot about this. The type of person that I am, what lights me up and the way that I am, my Myers-Briggs, ENFJ, my human design as a projector, the way that I'm sort of just wired. I like to learn things and then master them. And once I master them, I no longer am interested in them, but I like to teach them. So I'm obsessed with like learning something new and then teaching people what I learn and sharing with them what I've learned. And then I move on to the next thing, which is funny because that's what my entire business is, which is incredible. So I'm passionate about that. My purpose is that. My purpose is teaching what I've learned. My purpose is helping people unlock what they didn't know was possible. My purpose is helping people create the life, the fitness, the health, right? Any of that, the business of their dreams. And I'm passionate about that. But I'm not teaching my passions because that's always changing, right? I just got a glass blowing classes and now I want to bead. And there was a time where I wanted to learn guitar and Spanish and all these different things. I'm passionate about fashion, but I don't teach it. I'm passionate about interior decorating, but I don't have business around it. Because the other thing too, has this ever happened for anybody? You're super passionate about this thing. This happened in the fitness industry all the time. I would get a client who I'd be training or a friend who'd be like obsessed with SoulCycle or whatever, insert class name here. And they're like, I love it so much. It's my favorite thing to do. I want to go become a trainer. I want to get certified. And then they go and get certified and then they become the trainer and they do the job. And now they're teaching 14 spin classes a week. And they're like, wait a minute, this sucks. Because it's no longer the thing that they were passionate about. Like now it's a job. Before it was like their outlet, now it's a job. And they're like, wait a minute, I can't actually take the class that I love anymore because I'm teaching at that time now. Does anyone resonate with that? But you run towards it because you're passionate about it. So just be mindful. You can be passionate about your purpose, but in Empower, I don't like people building on the thing that they're immediately passionate about, because passions are ever changing.
But could I ask, how would in my case, the purpose would be what?
You have to figure that out.
With the food blog?
Why do you do it?
Because I enjoy it. I enjoy I guess the teaching part.
Because what does it teach people? What changes for them?
Makes them happy, learn to be better cooks, better chefs, yeah. It makes me happy. Yeah, I guess that is a purpose.
Making you happy, though, is almost the byproduct of what you're teaching. So seeing them go through the transformation, or the aha, or making the kitchen more fun, or being more creative in the kitchen, or it's funny. Some people are very nervous in the kitchen. They don't like to play. They can only follow a recipe. My mom, she can only follow a recipe. She's always like, how do you just throw spices in? That's so scary. She thinks it's going to mess everything up. Where for me, I'm like, I just throw things around, and I like to do that. So for you, part of your purpose sounds like you're actually just helping people reimagine what cooking could be, and maybe helping people connect with their food and become see their food for what it is, rather than fast food. It's like, no, this is where the food comes from, and this is how we can create it, and this is what it looks like and smells like. And so your purpose is helping people really build that relationship with food, and you're just passionate about doing it because it's fun.
Got it.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much for tuning in. If you loved this episode, I invite you to be a part of our ripple effect and share it with a friend. And please, if you feel called, take 30 seconds to leave a 5-star review, and I'll be forever grateful. Until next time, cheers to your evolution.